What's going on, everyone? Welcome to LeatherfaceMTG, and today it is Tabletop Tuesday, and today I will be facing off with fellow YouTuber, Twitch streamer, ASTRALSFLAME, I'm sorry, sir. What's going on, sir?
Not too much, buddy. Just long day at work and just happy to sling some cards at the end of the day. How you doing today?
Hey, not bad at all, when you can wind down the day playing some Magic, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool beans, awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, your Twitch channel, and what all's going on your way.
Yeah, for sure. So, like Leatherface said, my name is ASTRALSFLAME. I'm a Twitch streamer, primarily streaming MTG Arena and MTG Commander. And on the YouTube side, I typically put up some of the Commander games that happen on the channel, and I co-host a four-man pod group called Draw for Turn, which is a Commander podcast. Sort of a mix of different things going on.
Nice, double dipping. Very cool, man. Awesome. Well, I'm very glad to play a little Commander here. Personally, my deck that I'll be using will be Perforos, God of the Forge, and I bought this deck off of eBay, a little pre-con somebody made up. So I'm anxious to test this one out. And what Commander are you going to be running, sir?
I'm going to be rocking a Ricksman Thieves The Slumbering Isle. It's based on a Commander Quarter deck that Mitch did for one of the budget brews for like the $100 or less.
Cool.
Made a couple like small changes to it, but basically I play a lot of big sea serpents and maybe try to combo out with like a peel or free from real and get some draw in. So we'll see what happens.
Very cool, man. Yes, I guess I'm not 100% sure what the main focus on my deck is, but again, I think it's just get a big board out and swing, let Perforos deal some damage with each creature enter the battlefield, and it's red, it's aggro, it's pretty straightforward.
Perforos does smashy things from my experience.
All right, well, I can't wait to find out. So, um, well, getting started here, would you like to roll a d20, see who goes first? Or actually, if you're one, I mean, it's you're the guest. I'd very much like you to go first, sir.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm happy to take it. Um,
Cool.
guess we'll check hands and look for Mulligan.
That sounds good, sir. Shuffle up just a little bit here, and I'm ready to go. So I've only this is going to be my second game of Commander I've ever played, but sounds to me like you're a pretty seasoned veteran when it comes to Commander.
Um, I don't know if seasoned veteran is the right word, but I've been in Commander for a while. I definitely still make my own kind of misplays from time to time.
Oh, well,
Um,
thanks. You're making me feel better.
hey, you know what? It doesn't matter how long you play the game, misplays can still happen. I am gonna mulligan though.
Alrighty, I'll be drawing.
Sounds good.
2, 3, 4, 5.
When did you start MTG?
Well, I initially I started playing MTG back in probably early 2000s around the Legion block. I think Legion's actually just came out when I started playing,
Oh, nice.
and it was a lot of fun. But again, I was kind of young, so I didn't really get the gist of it. And Magic was still it had a and when I where I grew up, I mean, there wasn't a lot of people that played, but there was enough people that played to where it was, a core group where they knew each other's decks and they had access to quite a bit of cards because there was only one card shop, and it was I don't want to say cliche or a small knit group to where it wasn't welcoming to other people, but uh, you get tired of playing the same deck over and over.
I can definitely understand that. Variety is the spice of life, but I can't think of a better format to demonstrate that with Commander, because literally there's like how many hundreds of commanders to choose from and
Oh,
different ways to build a deck.
exactly, yeah. And on top of all of that, I mean, it's not limited card, set wise limited to something as strict as standard or even modern. It's
Yeah, it's open, which is so amazing. Like you literally can use all of Magic's history. Save for like the very selective ban list that's out there.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't actually even know the ban list in Commander, so if I really hope there's nothing like that in my deck. Uh, but uh, but yeah, for a player like me that's gone, I've jumped in and out of Magic. You know, I played with through Legion, Scourge, Eighth Edition. After that, I can't remember which set came after that in the actual block set. But then I fell out and then jumped back in 2012 during Scars and New Phyrexia, which was a lot of fun. And
Oh, what was that?
yeah, then fell out of it around, I think, Eldritch Moon, and got back into it in 2015. Me and a friend went to PAX Prime, and of course, Magic based out of Seattle. Um, I'm sorry, real quick. Are we doing the new Mulligan rule, draw 7, return 1, or the old Mulligan rule, where you draw 6?
So I would just what I do with Commander is a bit of a house rule with my group. So it's your first mulligan is free.
Okay.
Um, it's kind of an EDH staple just because like your deck's so much larger. Your second mulligan, you take it and then you stick at 6 and you just bottom it. So it would be the new rule.
Okay.
So like I'm on a second mulligan, so I've got a bottom one still.
All right. I'm I've done one mulligan and I'll chance it. I'll be all
Taking
right
a
with
risk.
that. Yeah, I'll take the risk. No biggie. But yeah, a lot of players jump back and forth in Magic. You know, it's a I don't want to say seasonal, but it gets back and forth with it's costly, and eventually you'll be like, yeah, I'm playing it, and then you'll realize how much money you're spending, and then you kind of wanna you want some of that money. Go
My
elsewhere.
wallet cries every time a new set comes out.
Don't worry, mine does too. Oh yeah, but hey, we have fun. And that's the point of life. I think it's just hey, just have fun.
Well, that's it. And Magic's just a nice, simple way to have the fun. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
say simple, but the stack is a thing. But
Yeah,
aside from that, it's
yeah. I mean, magic is never ending. That's for
it's
sure.
true. I think my favorite analogy for Magic is like it's a puzzle. Every game is always different with the same pieces, but the way that they come down is always unique.
Very
You
true.
never get the same game twice.
Yeah, same decks. Even you're right. Never get the same game twice.
Yeah.
Good point, sir. All right. So what you liking that hand, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I got here. You all good?
Yes, sir. I
Alrighty.
I will. I am ready when you are.
Perfect. All right. I will draw for turn to start us off. And keep it pretty easy. I'm going to do a Woodland Stream, a dual tap land that comes into play tapped.
All right.
And I will pass it over.
Sounds good. I was gonna put spell table to the test here on its card reader ability. It's thinking. It's thinking hard.
Might think for a sec. My webcam tends to have a weird curvature just because of how my table is shaped.
Yeah. We'll just pass on that. Go ahead and draw. Uh, I will play a Spine Rock Knoll. It enters the battlefield tapped. When it does, look at the top 4 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, then put the rest on the bottom of your library.
Sounds good.
And 4. All right. Um, Easy ones there. I think we'll go with exiling this one face down. It'll be a little bit off camera, but
No worries.
alrighty, and I'll pass turn, sir.
Sounds good. I will untap and move to draw for turn. Think. Going to play down a Rogue's Passage. And I will tap the Woodland Stream, making a green. The Rogue's Passage for colorless. And play a Beast Caller 7th. It is a 2-mana 1/1 with haste, and I can tap it to add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool, but only spend that mana on creature spells.
Nice.
And I will pass it over to you.
Cool beans. I definitely remember the Beast Caller from battle. Dang.
I think he's one of the most underrated mana dorks. That haste is very awesome, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. I'm surprised you didn't peg me one.
Oh, see? Players at any type can make mistakes. I totally forgot to attack.
Talking about haste. Well, on that note, I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and tap 2 and play a Mardu Scout. And then I will pass the turn.
All right, sounds good. So he is dash. Okay. It's 3/1 then. Untap and draw for turn. Let's see. I'm gonna play an Evolving Wilds. We'll tap my Woodland for a quest for Ula's Temple. So this enchantment, what it lets me do is at the beginning of my upkeep, I may look at the top card of my library. If it's a creature card, I reveal it, and I can put a quest counter on Quest for Ula's Temple. At the beginning of each end step, if there are 3 or more quest counters on Quest for Ula's Temple, you may put a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent creature card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Okay.
I think with that, I will tap the Savant and make a green, and then tap my Rogue's Passage, and then I'll play a Drover of the Mighty. Another mana dork, can tap it to add a mana of any color. As long as I control a dinosaur, it gets +2/+2.
Nice.
I'll try to fix my lighting here so it's not quite as clear, but I will ship it over to you, friend.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Go ahead and play another mountain. And we will tap 3 to play the Brazen Scourge. It's a 3-drop, 3/3 with haste. It's a gremlin. And looking at what you've got there, I will swing in for 3 with the gremlin.
That sounds good. I will take it and go to 37.
Sounds awesome, sir. Pass turn.
Just at the tail end of your turn, I'm going to sack the Evolving Wilds to go fetch a basic real quick.
Alright.
Okay. I will untap. Yep. And upkeep, quest for Ula's Temple. Nope. I will draw for turn. I will play a island. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana open. I am just going to tap 4. I'll buddy these up, and I'm going to play out my commander, Ricksmithies. So when a Ricksmithies comes in, it comes into play tapped and with 5 slumber counters on it. As long as there's a slumber counter on it, it's going to be a land. It has the ability for me to tap it to add a blue and a green in my mana pool. And whenever I cast a spell, I remove a slumber counter from it. So basically, I have to play 5 spells until I get my commander active. And right now, he's a land.
Okay.
And yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'll pass it over.
Dang. It's a land that adds 2 mana.
Yeah. Till he wakes up, then he's all good.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Looks like I'm on a time bomb here. Play my 4th land here, and I'll go ahead and activate my uh, commander as well. Perforos, God of the Forge.
Mm-hmm.
And is a creature because devotion is met.
Yeah.
So I'll look on. I'll go ahead and swing in with the gremlin once more.
Okay. I will take the gremlin and go to 34.
All right. I will then pass turn.
Alrighty. I will untap here. Go to upkeep. I will reveal a Kraken of the Streets, which is a creature. Quest for Ula's Temple goes to 1. Kraken of the Streets is creatures with power less than the number of islands you control can't block Kraken of the Streets.
Okay.
Just for record. So I will play a forest start turn. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana open. Okay. Just start off. I'm gonna tap a Ricksmith these to start. Tap my Rogue's Passage and tap my Woodland. And I'm gonna play Goreclaw, Terror of Calcina.
Ooh.
So Goreclaw reduces the mana cost of my creatures with power 4 or greater by 2.
Mm-hmm.
I played a spell, so a Ricksmith goes down to 4 counters.
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana still open. And I'm going to use all 5. To play out Kraken of the Streets, which will make a Ricksmith down to 3.
Yes, sir.
I am tapped out, and I will pass it back.
All right. Well, side note: spell table is not catching anything that's going on as far as the card reader goes. So, uh, what is the toughness or power and toughness of the 2 creatures you played?
So Goreclaw is a 4/3,
All right.
and Kraken is a 6/6. And
All
these
right.
guys are just both 1/1s.
Yes. Okay. All right. Alrighty. We'll untap, draw. All right. So play a mountain for turn. And I actually have a uh, and I can't remember what they're called, but in Dual Faced or whatever. Remember in Origins, they came out around the
Oh, yeah, the
Origin
transforming
Saga.
cards.
Yes, yeah. So it's one of those, and I am looking into it right now to see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well then, I will. Looking what you've got here. I can swing. Okay, yeah, I can swing with Perforos.
Okay. Yeah, I won't block.
All right, then before damage, I will just pump him.
Sure.
Gives him +1/+0. It gives all my creatures +1/+0, but just go ahead and do 7 damage.
You got it, and 7 commander damage.
Yes. Does Spell Table have a way of keeping track of commander damage as well?
It does. If you click on your kind of bar, just either above your health or beside your name, it'll pull up with like a menu, and you can select like infect damage or commander damage as well. All right.
Okay.
I will untap. That move to my upkeep. I will reveal Storm Tide Leviathan, which is an island walk. All lands are islands in addition to other types, and creatures without flying or island walk can attack.
Nice.
So he's on the top. This goes to 2. And I will draw for turn. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The reduction of 2. So that costs 7. It costs 6. That leaves me 5, which is 3. Okay, that's fine. All right. I'm gonna move to combat first. I'm gonna attack in with my Kraken of the Streets to you for 6.
Alrighty, I'll go ahead and take 6.
All right. And then, after damage and everything's all dealt, I'm gonna fully tap out. My little creature dues included. Take a bit of room here. First spell I'm gonna play is the Stormtide Leviathan. So, lands are islands in addition to their other types, and creatures without flying or island walk can't attack.
Dang.
Ricks and Thieves is going to go to 2. And with my remaining 5, I'm going to play the Nimbus Swimmer. 6, 5, yeah. Nimbus Swimmer comes in with X +1/+1 counters, where X is 3 for the cost that I paid. So he is a 3/3 flyer. And Ricks and Thieves will go to 1. And I will pass it over. I have no cards in hand. Everything has been played.
Alright, I have 5 in hand. Untap, draw, go into 6 in hand, and well, it's something, I guess, but the card I was referring to last turn, I'll play it. It is a Handwire Battlements.
Oh yes, okay. The melding cards.
Yes, it does actually say, yeah, because I have to control another card, and then it will meld into Handwire the Writhing Township, a 7/4. I will tap for the colorless and tap for 2 to play Archetype of Aggression. It's a
Okay.
little glared. I'm going to move it over. Archetype of Aggression. Creatures I control have trample. Creatures that you control lose trample and can't have or gain trample.
Understood. And then I take 2 from Perforos.
Yes. And since I can't attack, it's your Leviathan. It was I have to have flying or island walk.
Correct.
Okay. Well, then I will go on ahead and pass turn, sir.
Sounds good. I will untap. And just for the record, the only creatures on my board that have either Island Walk or Flying are the Nimbus and the Stormtide. Everything else is not able to attack.
All right.
Upkeep trigger for Quest. Whiffs, so I will draw for turn. I will tap 3, and I will play the enchantment Colossal Majesty.
Nice.
So at the beginning of my upkeep, if I control a creature with power 4 or greater, I draw a card. That was the last spell. So Erixmathes awakens. He is now able to do things, except he doesn't have Island Walk,
Yeah.
which is awkward. But I will move to combat and attack in with the Stormtide Leviathan and my Nimbus Swimmer. Gotta make some room so it's easier.
So, 8 on the ground and 3 in the air.
Yeah, and the 8 is Island Walk. So because all lands are islands in addition to what they are, he can't be blocked.
All right. Well, then it looks like I'm taking 11. All righty, sir.
And then I will pass it over.
Well, the turntables have turned. And I'm getting mana flooded.
I feel that.
Play another mountain. And can't attack, can't do anything, so I will pass turn.
Alrighty, sounds good. I will untap. Looks like my awkward board state. I'm gonna do my upkeep triggers with Colossal Majesty on the stack first, and then followed by Quest for Ula's Temple. So Quest will resolve first before the draw of the Majesty. So off Quest of Ula's Temple, I will reveal Pearl Lake Ancient, which is a 6/7 flash. Can't be countered and has prowess, and I can return 3 lands you control to my owner's hand to return Pearl Lake Ancient back to my owner's hand. So that'll do the last quest counter on Quest for Ula. So that goes to 3. I will draw off Colossal Majesty, and then I will draw for turn. And I will move to combat to attack in with the both critters again for 3 in the air and 8 via Island Walk.
Well, nothing to do about that. 13. Was I at 23 or 24 last turn? I'm sorry, I can't remember.
No, it's all good. I believe 24.
Okay. That puts me at 13.
So I will move to my end step. Quest for Ula's triggers because I have 3 counters on it, and I'll play in a Leviathan from my hand, which is the Pearl Lake Ancient.
Very cool.
And I will pass it over, friend.
Alrighty. Let's see. What can I do? Well, not much. I guess, play land. I got enough of those. And, I'll, tap out the tap 3 here, and then I will play a Brimstone Volley. And Brimstone Volley will it can deal 3 damage to target creature or player. So I'll deal it to the flying creature that you have.
You got it.
Alrighty, taking care of that. And then that'll be it. I'll pass turn.
Alrighty. I will move to untap. Uh, Quest for Ula. It's already got enough. I'm gonna keep it as a May, so I will draw for Colossal Majesty. And then I will draw for my turn. I will move to combat and attack in with the Storm type Leviathan for 8.
And looks like I'll take that 8. Go down to 5. Is that Leviathan? Oh, it's not legendary. I was gonna say that would be an overpowered commander.
Yeah, no, if it was legendary, it'd be something. At the end step, Quest for Ula's Temple trigger, I will put in the Aether Scroll Ancient for free. He is a 6/6 with flying. At the beginning of my upkeep, I get 3 energy, and then I can pay a lot of energy. I think it's like 7. To return all other creatures to their owner's hand. Activate this ability only if you could cast a sorcery. So anytime you can cast a sorcery, so it can't be instant speed.
Okay.
I will pass it over.
Alrighty, it looks like this will be my last turn, so let's see what we got. And I'm going to draw a mountain. Nope, I don't. I draw a Beetleback Chief, and I'll go ahead and play it. A mountain, tap the 4, Beetleback Chief.
I will take my 2.
Yes, sir. When it enters the battlefield, put 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens onto the field. So you'll take an additional 4. Whoop-de-doo.
Wait, 4. It was 5, 2, 3, 19. Okay.
And that is all I can do this game.
Alrighty.
You got it, sir.
Sounds good. Well, I will move to untap and get my draws, and then we'll go to combat and swing in for 8.
Sounds good, sir.
Hey, well, GG, man.
Honestly, yeah, I had fun. Looks like this deck is built only to attack. I drew 4 lands in my opening hand, and I just was only able to play. And when I played this one tapped, and I got to exile 4, or look at 4 to exile 3, or 1, whatever, I found 3 more lands. And my next card was a land. Next card after that was Skargan Firebird, and Perforos. I would have been able to attack with the Firebird eventually, but
Yeah. Oh, that stings. That was just mana flooded then.
yeah, it's all good though. You got good and bad games. So
It's true. You take it as it is. That was fun though. I always like seeing a Purpose deck because there's always like, not to say the strategy for him is linear, but there's a lot of different ways that you can conduct the strategy. There's, like multiple token build. There's aggressive to the face build, like what you got. It was actually funny today. So like on Twitter, I do like this MTG Commander of the Day thing.
Nice.
And like coincidentally, the commander today was actually Krenko Mob Boss, which synergizes really well with Perforos.
Yeah.
Because you just tap him and put in goblins. So like, I'd be curious if there's a Krenko in that deck, and if there's not, maybe that's a good upgrade to look at.
Oh yeah. I'll look there. It's a lot. What I noticed, there was quite a few. I don't see a whole lot of removal. Not even really much burn. A lot of 3, 4 drops or less. Some flyers, like dragons and such, but not. Oh, Nixos, that's cool.
Oh, it's got a Nixos?
Yeah.
That's a very good card to have these days now. It's gone up in price quite a lot, actually.
Oh, nice. Well, nice.
Yeah, so what used to be a $5 card, I think Nixos now is sitting at like a $30 card,
Oh,
roughly.
very cool.
So you did a nice uptake in Nykthos in there.
Nice. I did throw Torbrand in myself, and I threw a,
Ooh.
Fiery Emancipation in. Um,
Oh, I love that.
yeah,
Oh,
I do
that's
like the
awesome with those.
Yeah, I do like the impact trimmers in here, and I don't. I'd highly. It's older than Cavalcade. There's the Emancipation, but
Mhm.
Cavalcade would be a fun deck. Have you dealt or had any experience with like the Cavalcade type commander deck? Cavalcade of Calamity, I mean.
Yeah, not with the commander deck, but I did used to run the Cavalcade Red Deck Wins in Standard when it was still a thing, back in mid 2020.
Hmm.
And it got disgusting,
Yeah,
especially when you had like Torbrand out, because suddenly your one damage pings were like, here's three,
I
four
know.
attacks, and your opponent's taking 12, and you're like, what did I do to deserve this?
I know, man. I play. Um, oh gosh, what's Roiling Vortex? I play a Roiling Vortex build. Rakdos. I call it Rakdos Time Bomb. I did rolling a mono red Time Bomb build, but I'm getting ready to upload my Rakdos Time Bomb build, and it's built around the Roiling Vortex, the Relic Robber, and the 2-drop with Menace that you take 1 damage, draw a card at the beginning of every upkeep. It's a
Uh,
black red. I can't remember
uh,
offhand, but
I'm trying to remember which card that was. I know the Relic Robber though, and that's awesome because like that card I think gets underevaluated. Because
yeah,
like what can your opponent really do with that artifact? They're
it,
continually just taking damage down, like you're pinging them.
yeah. Well, if you do, you can attack with it technically. So if you can pump it or do anything of that nature, you can swing and you do get the creature out of it. But yeah, it's pretty much my deck's built around you get punished for playing longer. The longer you play, the more punishment you would take just simply by having your turn.
I love that.
And it's a lot of fun, but yeah, it wouldn't something along the commander lines of that. I don't know exactly how it'd go down, but it would be interesting to see somebody build something along those lines.
Might be something to just try and whip up. I mean, the strategy itself I think would be easily doable. You probably could just roll like a goblin kind of tribal deck. You have in a lot of the 1/1 goblins. You could still run the pump effects if needed, but like I don't know, you could do hasty 1/1s and swing in massive with Cranko and stuff, and then there's cavalcade triggers out the wazoo.
Yeah, yeah. You got emancipation. You would have impact tremors in here. I mean, there's a lot of options there. That could get pretty deep.
Yeah, and if you really wanted to just boil down the damage, I mean, you could also do like Furnace of Wrath. So then you'd have like a Furnace of Wrath trigger plus Fire Emancipation trigger on on the Impact Tremor trigger. I forget how that works with Laren because I know it doesn't like times six it, but um, it does do good damage. It increases the damage by a good substantial amount.
Nice. That was Furnace of Wrath. You were saying?
Yeah, it doubles all damage that a permit would do.
Oh man. Yeah, that's real.
It's a card.
Sounds good, man. Well, man, I appreciate you jumping on, and thanks for the learning opportunity here, playing some Commander. I've got some tweaks to make in this deck, but it was a lot of fun. Hope we definitely can do it again. And
Absolutely, we'll definitely get in time for another game because I'd love to do that precon next time.
definitely, I got that in mind, and I'd like to do. I got a couple ideas for some other deck options I'd like to build in Commander. So I'd definitely like to pick your brain because you're far more experienced than I am, and you've definitely come to the table with some good ideas.
Well, thank you. Hit me up anytime. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thanks for playing, everyone. Thanks for watching, and where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube at AstralsFlame. I think that's everywhere.
Nice, nice, man. Well, I'll make sure in the description of this video I'll have links to all of your social media accounts and any place that you want them to find you. And until next time, man, thanks for the game. Let's do it again.
You too. Cheers, man.
Awesome. Take care, man.